Hi, and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me for our fourth and final day of the 4-day Coaching Superpower Challenge. Of course, this is based off the Coaching Many framework of activating your group and team coaching superpowers. My hope this week was that it gave you a chance to get introduced to this, maybe sparked your curiosity. I do a 14 CCE approved program that runs for 6 weeks where we take a much deeper dive into this. But I know a lot of coaches, thousands of coaches, in fact, have taken the quiz in the last 2 years since it was launched. And so this was really twofold. One, I wanted to give you further value and appreciation of where you're growing and what you're really good at already and where you might double down as well as expand. And two, also wanted to give you an opportunity to be able to experience the new DECKIBLE app. So we're going to be going into the DECKIBLE app in a few minutes. I've got my phone charging, and we're going to get started actually today with the Reconnecting Workspaces dice. So part of the process here is to be experiential. I've been talking a little bit this week about the other challenge that I ran in fall. That's the 90-day guide for success. And in the 90-day guide, there are 90 different focus areas. Some of you are very familiar with the Coaching for 90 Ways in 90 Days. That book is coming out in 2025. And as a precursor, I've got the dice set. So I want to just take you through the dice. There's 15 in total to match the 90 days. I'm going to just grab 3 this morning, and I'm going to roll them. Give us all a moment to see what you can make meaning out of this. So the first one is the tap, and that often means where can you find flow? So take 30 seconds right now to note down where might you find more flow. And today's focus, I'll say, is looking at business development. So inquiry, if you want to expand that, is where might you find more flow in terms of your business. All right. Number 2 that came out is simplify. As many of you know, last year, my whole year was dedicated to simplify to amplify. It really happened. Moved, downsized, simplified areas of the business, made some of them on demand, really doubling down this year on the product. So what does simplify mean for you? And the final one is the alchemy. Alchemy has a lot of resonance this year. Again, if you've been reading or hearing me speak, I've been talking about the 4 navigational elements of group coaching. I think these are really critical when we look at our action and awareness, our results and relationships. And then, of course, you are in the midpoint. So what can you alchemize? And alchemy is about mutation, pulling different elements together to create and transform things into something new. It's about transmutation. So what does alchemy mean for you right now as a group or team coach? All right, 2 other dice sort of are in this set. One is integration. I hope today is an integrated day. And the next one is to do or not to do. So you can find each one of these days in the 90-day guide. Again, a quick way to navigate is either one through the calendar, and all of these ones actually are in the final dice set with days 61 onwards. That's going to coincide with the different card decks as well for the 90-day guide for success. So again, my hope and my intent here at Potentials Realized is to be that one-stop shop for all things group and team coaching. We not only provide you with training programs at the beginning of your programming experience, but also as you grow. And that's really the intent of this Coaching Superpower process, to get you thinking about who are you. And I hope that this week it's been able to help you actify your coaching superpowers to amplify profitability, programs, and partnerships throughout the week, we've looked at like, what are the different strengths in terms of coaching? Today, we're going to be looking at that business level. And our growth as businesses and as coaches isn't just a one-off. 4 days. Actually, one of my team members asked me, why were there more people attending this than, say, our community calls? And I think it's because about building a daily practice for reflection and momentum. Or as I share in Coaching Business Builder, daily steps plus consistent action equals momentum. It's really important that we leverage our coaching superpowers for business growth so that you have a business that supports you and allows you the freedom. So here's the lay of the land. Again, we've been following along in the background with the DECKIBLE app. That is an app. You can scan the QR code and it's going to take you to the DECK store. In the DECK store right now, you will find the Activate deck, which is what we've been looking at. There's 63 cards to expand your coaching mastery. And the other deck that I've been playing in is, of course, the 90-day guide, Deck 1, which is digital or physical. I have had questions, will the Activate deck become a physical deck? And yes, it will. We should have it well in advance of Black Friday. The other thing that is coming out this fall is, of course, the Reconnecting Workspaces dice. So really excited to be bringing those to you. We've spent time this week exploring all 5 coaching superpowers. So I really want to just take us into what does this mean then for business development? Again, the intent is not just to do one thing, but to amplify our skills in all these areas. However, our strengths, our natural strengths, are usually the ones in focus. So I'm going to open the app. I am actually going to I'm just going to do a start. Okay. And I want to get a layout happening. So I'm going to go to layout. I am going to back up and I want to shuffle these today. So I'm going to go to blank canvas, start. Okay. Blank canvas and start. And then down here, you're going to see shuffle. And so what is really fun is the cards start to shuffle. And to me, that's fun. So let's randomly see. I'm going to play and I'm going to drag one card here, which is the Grounded Labyrinth card. This is an inquiry card. So like our work as coaches, this is meant to be something that you think about. It is about somatic, body-centered, and experiential. And as we see here on the screen, the Grounded Labyrinth coach is really good at creating a pause for mindfulness and for going deeper inside. As I share in the video, just a reminder that there's a video and you're going to hit the video button to see that. As I share in this, the real power of the Grounded Labyrinth coach is in being here now. So what are you doing to create more somatic experiences? If you're thinking about this from a business development lens and really activating your strengths, maybe you're doing some demos. Maybe you're creating an experience like a challenge. Maybe you are marketing through progressive events. So maybe you have an open webinar. Maybe people then can go to a retreat and follow up the retreat with a 6-week group coaching program. You might also be activating the things that you do really well, like meditation and visualization. And for those that were with me yesterday, you would notice that we spent time, and I'll go back here, we spent time yesterday looking at Matt, who is our catalytic firecracker, and also we looked at Fiona, who is the Grounded Labyrinth coach. What I love about the app is it gives you the timeline. You can see where you've been if you choose to save it. So you'll notice I've got cards listed on the 25th and 24th, but not the 23rd, our first day of this. You can also see here cards from the 4-day challenge that I did on the other deck. And if you're interested in the 90-day guide for success, which is really a deck more for new leaders, new team members, as well as entrepreneurs who want a 90-day sprint, check that one out on DECKIBLE as well. So invitation, as we get into today, I'm going to just do a browse again. We've looked at that. I think it's more fun actually to start with our layout. So to get that card shuffle that I had, I open the deck. Okay, I'm going to go to a quick draw, start, And I'm actually going to just see what comes up. So, co-coaching alchemy, this is something we haven't actually talked about all week. We can activate multiple strengths at one time, or we can choose to partner with another. So, as it relates to business development, think about what the strengths are of you and the partners that you work with. My guess is some of you are ecosystem connector coaches where you're really good at outreach. You have a vibrant network. And if you're looking to grow your business, tap into those strengths first if you're an ecosystem connector. That might be networking and doing relationship management activities, picking up the phone rather than just doing an email blast. But ecosystem connectors really don't need to necessarily go the social media route. They may do everything high touch through the relational webs that they have. As we get into another one, and I'm going to go back to the deck, so I'm going to just back to draw. I'm going to go into Spiral Lighthouse, which we've done. So we'll actually come out and do another shuffle, and we'll go to our blank canvas. I'm going to go to the shuffle and see what comes up. Where does it stop? And it's going to stop right now on activating your superpowers. So we will go into the yellow next. Again, our Spiral Lighthouse, pause, mindfulness, somatic. Some of the marketing approaches you might want to approach with are demos, getting people into the movement. One of my favorite business development activities was the 21 for 21. That was a series of sprints we did 3 years ago, 21 minutes a day dedicated to 21 different topics. What was important about that is over the 21 days, people took action on their most important projects for 21 minutes a day. Over that 3-week period, they got 7 hours and 42 minutes dedicated to their new project. So creating an experience can be powerful. That is the lead end of the grounded labyrinth. But what was interesting with the 21 for 21 was it really was all about the bold action and the metrics that were moved. People had websites built. I actually used 2 months of the 21 for 21 to get Reconnecting Workspaces over the finish line with edits so that it was ready to go to our editorial team. So grounded labyrinth side of us, right? It doesn't have to be a grounded labyrinth coach. We may have this superpower too. We may want to really do our outreach and business development through creating an experience, or maybe through visualization, or even doing meditations. And one of the things we shared yesterday was, of course, a meditation function here in DECKIBLE. So as you bring up a card, again, you can do that. I'm going to go back to our blank canvas. I'm going to do a shuffle. Hopefully it will stop on one of our reds. And let's see, where is it going to stop? I'm going to just play, and we're going to go to a red card. The catalytic firecracker, we're back to Matt. I must be thinking a lot about Matt, who is based after my son. Catalytic firecrackers are actually bold planners, right? They're really about getting things done. So again, demo days, get it done days, sprints, challenges, and helping people track things through apps. Having case studies which talk about where the team was that you started with and where they ended up. These also are different ways to be boosting your skills with business development. The final one that we're going to get to is actually our favorite one, my favorite one, not our favorite one, but my favorite one, which of course is the Creative Tool Master. And the Creative Tool Master, like our two colleagues who are here on the screen, they are all about creativity, innovation, experimentation, alchemy, and the weave. So they really like to draw upon a buffet of approaches, create an experience, which may be very layered. They may also be gravitating to creating a product line of business. So developing products, developing programs, maybe even offering train the trainers or coach the coach. As you can see, this is my coaching superpower, and it's one that we've leveraged to provide opportunities for people to continue to grow. Again, we know that it costs 12 times less to sell to a current client than to grow a new client. And these are some of the things we talk a lot about in the Coaching Biz Growth Lab. And so that is a bi-weekly annual program. We meet for the whole year. You might think, wow, that's a long time. But when we really are able to dig into the daily steps and consistent action, it gets us into traction. We've just done our quarterly review, and I think it's really fun and very powerful for people to be able to pause and see how far they've come. So for you, as you think about the next quarter, because we will be coming up to Q4, which of these superpowers do you want to activate? And you don't have to just do one. I'd like to give you a minute right now. We're going to do some journaling. So again, maybe you open your card. I'm going to do it on the main screen. And when I say the main screen, I really just mean the first one, activate your superpowers, because I want to make sure that I have this. And as I bring it up, I am going to say welcome, the backstory. I'm going to zoom in, and that will allow me to go to the deck and also go and do some journaling. So the journaling question is, what do you want to activate for better business development this next quarter? So if you were using the app, make sure that you save, right? So that you can see this, and it will ask you, save to timeline? Yes, save to timeline. So that's now going to show up here. Not only with that, but I can go back in and I can see. So I said, what I want to do for business development is build more bridges, do more YouTube, create more community events like this. Can I get everything under one house? One of my goals for the next quarter is to actually bring all of our different streams. We have Mighty Networks, we have Constant Contact, we have this, we have that, and solidify things under one ecosystem and one program. It's really important for me as well to continue to help you understand what's next on your journey as a coach, because we know that the sweet spot of coach development doesn't end. It is important to have a wide variety of great tools and resources. And many of you have met me through my books or maybe through the card decks. Again, we've been spending time this last 4 days to expand your range with your superpowers. And that's a really important thing. If you've loved this, grab the deck. Again, go to DECKIBLE. I don't get to see the customer list there, so let me know if you do buy the deck. And I would love to have you join us. If you've signed up for this challenge, and I'll include that challenge link, then I'll continue to communicate with you around this and other related areas, which includes, now what do we do to coach the diverse needs of your teams and groups? And there will be another 5-day challenge to get into that framework. We, of course, have the Coaching Diverse Teams and Groups course, and that is really digging into these 90 days and 90 ways of coaching groups and teams. Everyone needs something a little bit different. And so how are we dialing up and dialing back with our strengths and having the tools and resources to help you grow? I'm really going to be looking forward to taking a select few of you through the Amplify program. That is our most comprehensive program. And so everyone in the Amplify program gets the Coaching Biz Growth Lab for the year. They get to take 2 of our advanced CCE programs. Maybe that's the neuroscience, learning and experiential approaches. Maybe you join us for Superpowers, or join us for Coaching Diverse Teams and Groups, or even join us for Co-Coaching Essentials. The learning doesn't stop. And in the Amplify program, you're also going to have one-on-one time with me every month. And we're going to be doing our quarterly sprints that we've been talking about and really getting into consistent action around key parts of your business. My hope is that you have as great a run with business as I have had with Potentials Realized. This business, it does so much for other people. It's had global impact. We're well on our way to impacting the work of 5 million professionals during this decade. And part of that is through our product line. Part of it is through coaching. Part of it is through coach training and the team days and the dockside days that we do in helping you design out your business. My hope is that you've also left this week feeling inspired about continuing to grow as a coach. It can happen in fits and starts. We don't always notice our growth edge, but if you've been with me for a past challenge in the last few years, I hope that you're seeing how different you are today. I'm committed to continuing to help coaches grow their toolkit and skills so they can serve a wider variety of clients while having a sustainable business and really being able to lean into the best parts of themselves. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do it for, right? It's, we could easily go and work for other people, but I think there's a real self-development, self-actualization piece to great business growth. The world is continuing to expand in terms of the diversity of their needs and the approaches that they want and which are meaningful to them. So the final piece of coach mastery that we explore in Amplify and in all of our programs is a coaching diverse teams and styles. So thank you. I hope that maybe I will see you in 2025 for Amplify. We will be amplifying you, your business, your products and programs, your message, your results, and your connections. So if this is of interest, we're kicking off in November. There will be early bird specials coming up in October. There will be Black Friday specials coming up for those that miss it. There will be full price. So really, if you are committed to making 2025 your year to go up that next level of the increment, join us because it's hard to do it alone, right? Many of you know I work with a couple of coaches throughout the year that help me continue to push through my own mindset and my own limitations to growth. It is fun, and I hope that you will join us to have fun. At very least, you've now got a new resource. Go back to this. You don't have to get the deck, but for $50, which it is the current price, it is going to go up. You'll have 63 cards, more than an hour of videos. I'm going to continue to outreach to people and do more on the Activate Your Superpowers. And for those that really want to take the deep dive, know that this is a 14 CCE 6-week program as well. So in your next renewal, maybe you come and join us again for another course. We do now have Trifecta B, which is coaching diverse teams and groups, neuroscience or co-coaching, plus the superpowers. So you can take 3 of the 4 advanced courses at a discounted rate. And with that, everyone, thank you. Enjoy, and let's keep in touch. Follow along on Instagram at Coaching Biz Builder, or if you like the 90-day guide for success cards, follow along at 90-day guide on Instagram. All right, everyone, be well until we see each other again. Take care.